Thank you so much, Raman, for joining us today. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much, Sonakshi, for having me. How are you? You tell me about
I'm
yourself.
good as well.
All
So,
right.
can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey?
Well, my name is Raman Jeet Purba. I'm in Calgary from 2007, and I have started this entertainment industry business in 2016, where we started with Sunidhi Chauhan live in concert, and then after we did bunch of other shows, and in last 2 3 years we have done Atif Aslam, we have done Sukhwinder Singh last year, we have done Udit Narayan. So quite a few shows in last couple of years for the entertainment side of it. Apart from that, I'm a builder. I own an A&W restaurant, and also recently I opened a daycare with we got about 130 kids approved there.
So, that's amazing. Can you take us back to 2016 when you hosted Sunidhi Chauhan? How was it for you, and what inspired you to step in the entertainment industry completely?
Sure, I'll actually take you back to 2007. So 2007 is the time when I already said moved to Canada. I started my journey in entertainment industry as a radio jockey at Radio Sur Sangam.
Mhm.
So in that radio channel, we used to do concerts and stuff, live shows. You know, I was exposed to the industry through my radio jockey job through Radio Sur Sangam, and then I moved to Saskatchewan for business reason from 2011 to 15. And when I came back in 16, then I wanted to start the business in entertainment industry. So that is when we took a Sunidhi Chauhan concert, and that concert was magical. It's still running into my veins. I still feel that Sunidhi Chauhan is the top artist in the country. And once you do one show, it's in your blood. Then you want to do more shows. Then we continue doing shows before COVID. And during the COVID, we didn't do anything. And in 2022, we did Atif Aslam again. And in 2023, I opened up my own company. And since then, I have been doing these concerts, uh, at least one or two concerts per year.
Mhm.
And if you ask me how the Sunidhi Chauhan concert was, one, because it was my first concert, very close to my heart. Experience was very new. Sunidhi just nailed it. And that energy is keep on motivating me to continue bringing the artists for Calgary or for Alberta or even possibly for BC and maybe throughout Canada one day.
That's amazing. I think the firsts are always very special.
Absolutely.
They are always in your heart somewhere.
Absolutely. It is in my heart and it has a very big space in my heart.
That's amazing. So you've have been organizing so many shows since like almost a decade now, including Atif Aslam multiple times and other artists. So what kept you motivated and passionate all these years?
So basically, the smile you put on people's face. So, how I look at this industry, any industry, anything we do, we just want to take somebody, if their mental or happiness level is here, to here, or comfort of their life from here to here. We believe in doing this through music, and we believe that if we are bringing the artists, which they are, the people have only seen them in TV or these days in phones and reels and stuff, when they're seeing them live in front of their face, that joy. For example, last time when we did Atif Aslam, 3,100 people came, and all those 3,100 people were very happy, very, very happy. And when they go home, more than 500 put good comments, reels, videos. I'm sure more than 1,500 went live, at least shared with somebody. So that joy, giving their happiness, keep bringing their happiness from here to here, that feeling gives me energy to continuously doing it.
That is amazing. That's lovely. So what's been your biggest learning in this industry so far?
Biggest learning in this industry so far is, well, there is a lot. So there are different aspects: marketing, production, taking decision if you want to buy that show or not. So maybe we can cover the aspects one by one. And I'm sure that you guys have lots of students who would want to know these segments, these subjects a little bit more in detail. So I'll start with the first step is taking the show. So do you want to take this show or not, right? So obviously every business it's a gamble up to some extent, but how I determine, do that business, do that gambling, but make sure it's a calculative. Don't just throw your arrows in the air. So for example, if I'm taking Atif Aslam's concert, for example, I need to figure out the cost of the fees, cost of the artist, I mean, fees of the artist, venues cost, production cost, total one cost of the show, right? And then I need to figure out, am I able to recover it? Am I able to make any profit if possible in this show, right? So how I look at the shows, as long as my show can cover the cost at 80%, then I'll take that show. Sometime it stays 70, sometime it goes 90. So most of the time the calculations have worked out pretty well. And sometime, some circumstances changes, then maybe I don't make profit. Maybe the show is a little bit in loss for the monetary side. But as I said previously, that still the energy I'm gonna get out of the joy from the audience, that is still gonna continue, that is still gonna keep me motivated for continue taking the shows. So now we'll come to the marketing. That is the biggest part in this industry. If you're doing any business, you need to have a very good marketing strategy. And in our concert industry, we are covering social media, we are covering print media, we are covering radio, we are covering any aspect. We are covering those marketing wherever we can. And again, that has to fit in a budget. According to the show cost, we have to set up a marketing cost budget. And then we need to figure out with that budget, are we able to pull that many clients, yes or no? So that is the second part. So one, taking the show, two, marketing. In the marketing, it comes the budget. In the marketing, it comes where you want to spend that money. Social media, how many percentage? Print media, how many percentage? Radio, how many percentage? So those are two aspects. And these are before the show, right? And now we are coming to the execution. So that execution, the main, I would say the biggest part of any show is the production. Artists, people have seen it in the TV, right? They have listened to their music in their cars. So now you can have a really, really nice product. But if product, I'm using a word, but artist, but to make the student understand, I'll continue with the product. But if you're not presenting it well enough, you can do a feature dumping. And feature dumping is a very bad thing. You could be selling your Ferrari for the price of any decent brand. Right. So if you want to sell a Ferrari, you need to present it like it's a Ferrari. So in production, there is, lighting, there is a sound, there is a graphics. So then some of the artists actually come with their engineers, some of them don't. So then you have to hire your engineers here. So then you need to tell them what kind of visuals you want to see in the show, what kind of audio you want in your show, what kind of lighting you want in the show, right? So that all comes to the production. And then there is another segment that we have sponsors in the show. That is also another revenue generation, because Calgary is not that big that we can cover all the costs through the ticket sale. We need to have the sponsors. So now sponsors are giving you, funds from their marketing budget. What are you doing for them? So now during the show, what kind of marketing you want to provide to which kind of sponsor, or which kind of sponsor category, I would say. So presenting partners, they get different kind of marketing, different kind of exposure. And then mega sponsors are getting different kind, and then gold and silver are getting different. So very often I do get a question from my silver or gold sponsors that, hey, we are also sponsor. How come your presenter or your mega sponsor is getting this? exposure. We are not. So I want to tell the students, you need to have category in every business. You cannot treat everybody the same if you're talking about business. So this is business. This is not that we are doing, okay, if you're doing something for social work, absolutely. Everybody is same. Everybody should be treated same. But when you're talking about business, then you need to make sure that whoever is doing business with you, they're getting value for the amount they're spending. And then you need to differentiate the amounts you're receiving and the service you're providing. So these are the few main aspects for the show business, which I just covered. Taking the show, marketing, execution, and then promoting your sponsors.
That's so insightful. I think our students are going to benefit so much
I hope so.
that you walk them through, like, no, like putting in the effort, walking them through step by step, giving them an actual overview of what it is like
Right.
planning an event.
Right.
That's amazing. All right. So the entertainment industry is very unpredictable. Okay.
Right.
So from business perspective,
Right.
what skills do you think are very crucial to succeed in this industry?
Well, there is a saying, I'm sure the audience can understand some Hindi or Urdu as well. They say, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि खुदा खुद बंदे से पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. So it all comes with the experience. So if you're taking your first show, make sure you do lots of research before. That research could be, first you need to think, I'll talk about Canada only. So there are 4 cities basically where this industry is active: Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, and Edmonton. There are, excuse me, other markets as well, but the maximum shows happening in these 4 cities. So you need to do some homework in the past 5 years. How many shows happened? Which caliber those artists were? What was the ticket price and how many people came? You need to have those resources by somebody who attended the shows, by the videos of those shows. Sometimes you need to make estimations on basis of public videos or even that show's video. So you need to have that homework done before you can make your mind, is buying this artist at this cost is good or not. So that is the first thing you need to do that. If you are just buying the artist for the same price what somebody else is buying the artist in Toronto, that's a red flag right there. So you need to do a better negotiation, but your negotiation needs to have some bullet points that from whomever you're buying a concert, that you can put those facts on the table.
That's something people should take a note of, whoever's in the
Right. If you're thinking about doing the show business, definitely you need to do all those work.
Many of our students are studying business administration. So what is something that you would want them to know when they're stepping in this industry or event management industry?
So basically any industry you want to work in, there is like 3 main reasons. One is, are you going to make anything out of this or not? 2, name and fame. So this industry, for name and fame, it's the best industry. But competition is a lot. So as I already said, make sure if you're buying a concert in Calgary, you're buying it at right price. That is the first point. If you have bought your show very expensive, right there you're already in your struggle. So that is the first thing, that make sure you're buying your concert at right price according to the city. And second thing, do not do any corner cutting in your marketing. So if you're not gonna do good marketing for your concert, you're not gonna get the crowd. So we covered the 3 aspects already.
Yeah.
I'll have to repeat those: buying the show, marketing, and execution. You have to be master on those.
Thank you so much for
Yes.
letting them know. And what are some entry level opportunities that our students can kind of figure out?
So basically, I think just for the learning part, you should do volunteer to some events. So they could be any kind of events. They don't have to be a Bollywood concerts only. They could be a community events. They could be Bollywood concerts. They could be Punjabi concerts. So start volunteering in the concerts, in the events. Then you get to see the backstage. Then you get to see how the day is running. And then after that, maybe you get involved with somebody as an intern that who can taught you that how the whole process work. Basically, it's roughly about 2 months of time from taking the show, announcing it, to the execution, to the final day of show. So I won't say hire, you can't hire a mentor. Have a mentor who can guide you, who have been doing this from years, and then with their guidance, learn it first, and then it depends upon, this is a business, not a job, basically. You in Calgary, you cannot be working for somebody who is doing this full time. This is
Mm.
more of a business than a job. And then depending upon your budget, do one event and see what you did good, see what you did bad,
Mm.
and then learn from your mistakes, and next time it'll be slightly better than the last one.
Yeah, I think volunteering is the best way to, and learn about.
Absolutely. If you want to be exposed to this industry, volunteering is the best. Do that for maybe at least 2, 3, 4, 5 shows or events, whatever you can put your hands on. Then you will have actual idea how this car is running. How to press the brake, how to press the how to change the gear, how to press the accelerator.
Yeah.
So volunteering would be your first step.
Thank you so much for letting our students know that. Apart from that, how do you feel networking and maintaining relationships is important in an industry like this?
It's very important. हिंदी में बोलते हैं कोई भी धंधा व्यवहार के ऊपर ही चलता है. सो व्यवहार से ही आपकी नेटवर्किंग बननी है. So any business is going to be run with your behavior, and your networking is only going to come through your behavior. If you're meeting somebody and then they don't feel comfortable or happy with you, next time they don't want to meet you. So you make sure that when they leave, they have a very positive feedback or memories about you. And those positive feedback memories are going to give you networking. And it's crucial in any business, and it's very crucial in this business. I'll give you an example. If you want to buy a good artist, if you don't have networking, if you don't know the national promoters or local promoters or the artist's management, how are you going to get the show? Right? So that is buying the show. Now it's coming to the execution side of it. If you don't have good network throughout the city, how are you going to gather your sponsors? You need to have a really good networking. And as I mentioned, volunteering is one thing, just to be exposed to the industry. It is also very helpful to be connected with those industry people, right? You meet other promoters, you meet other vendors, you meet production vendors, you meet a lot of people. So networking is very important.
So, what changes have you made in yourself or in general to stay relevant in this industry since it's so unpredictable staying in, the entertainment industry?
Well, I think more my clients or the audience who have attended my shows can tell. But what I feel, that what changes we made, that we told this city what production is. You can bring an artist, you can put him on stage, he will sing, he will go. But how this show has been presented will actually stay in people's mind. And next time when you announce the show, they will buy the tickets. For example, I'll tell you in 2023 Atif Aslam concert, for the very heavy high beat songs, we had like fire based themes like artificial fire and artificial heavy smoke, geysers and stuff. And for the romantic songs, we did artificial snowfall in the venue. So people do pull out their phones and do make videos. And why somebody would make video? Because they want to make it a memory. They want to keep it for a little bit longer than just seeing it. So it is hitting their mind and it is hitting their heart, right? So this industry is more of a feeling than there's not physical product. It is how they feel when they're coming to the show. So I think, and I would say I think, because clients can tell better, that we have been successful in making people feel happy, joyful, or whatever expectation they come with to our concerts. And that is keeping us alive in this city, in this industry.
Thank you so much for telling us that. What's the toughest challenge that you faced while organizing a major show, and how did you overcome it?
So, convincing the artist on a decent price, that is the biggest challenge. Because now, okay, so they have their argument. I'm singing in front of 5,000 people or 500 people. I'm putting same amount of energy. My band is costing me same amount of money. Airplane tickets are also costing the same. So now how to tell them that Toronto is different, Vancouver is different, and Calgary is different, right? So they just want the same amount of money for the performance. But we need to convince them that different city have a different market. They need to understand the concept. And if I can say that how we overcome, 100% of the time we can't. We have failed to overcome that. Some artists understand that, some artists don't. So that's why in those bigger cities, if there are 10 shows, in Calgary there is only 4. Because the people, the artists who understand that, we are able to afford them in our medium-sized cities like Edmonton and Calgary. But some artist who says, this is my price, you do it or not, then I would say we were not able to convince them, or maybe we were not able to put enough argument or facts on the table when we're doing the negotiation. And sometimes the management just don't want to, consider that. Sometimes they just say that we don't even want to do shows which are less than 5,000 audience. And in Calgary, for Bollywood concert industry, we can't have shows bigger than, I would say, like 3,000 capacity. I would exclude, those some artists who have been doing like 10 plus thousand shows in Calgary as well. There are like maybe handful of them, maybe less than 5, but another 20 top artists from India or Pakistan, we cannot do more than 3,000 audience shows in Calgary. So that part we have not figured out a way to convince everybody to come in an affordable price.
How do you see the future of the live entertainment industry in Alberta, Canada?
I think the future is bright. That is what you need to be. You should be optimistic about everything. And I'm very optimistic that industry is booming. Actually, worldwide, this industry is booming. So I'll just name a few of the Indian artists who in past 5 years have done, maybe tens of millions of dollars revenue through this industry, which was not happening 5 years ago. I'll name the number one Diljit. I'll name Karan Aujla. I'll name AP. There are a few more who are coming in the same track, who are selling out arenas worldwide. And it's same thing happening in Alberta, same thing happening in Calgary. So industry is bright. But which artists are gonna come to Alberta or not, that just depends upon the tours. So that I can't tell. But industry is definitely bright. So if the students are thinking to do something in entertainment industry, yes, the opportunities are there. You just need to execute it well. Learn it before you execute.
Thank you so much for telling us that. And coming towards the end, any exciting shows, projects, or anything you want to update our audience about?
Yes, absolutely. So the show we are working on, I'm sure most of the audience must have seen it on social media, that we are doing Atif Aslam live in concert.
Yes.
It's happening in Grey Eagle Event Center. It's a state-of-the-art venue. It's very nice venue. One of the nicest venue for production side of it. I'll give you more detailed determination of that venue on the production side, more technical, I would say. So the sound rig they have, it's L acoustic, top of the world. In this world, none of the speakers have been built which are better than the L acoustics. So that venue have L acoustic rig, and you are going to witness your favorite artist, top of the line artist, with in top of the line infrastructure, with top of the line production. you know so October 5th is the date, and tickets you can buy on Ticketmaster. If you want VIP tickets or you have any question, you can reach me at 403-479-2956.
Any email that you want to
Email is not a way of communication in this industry. It's mainly through social media, and it's mainly through the phone.
Oh.
And on the social media, there are links that they can click. They can
Mhm.
type in any question.
How can people find you on social media?
So the company name is Rhythm of Life Entertainment, and our social media on Facebook, they just need to type Rhythm of Life Entertainment, and our page is gonna pop up. That page is always having a latest update. And also, if people want to see the past shows clips and stuff, they are also available on Rhythm of Life Entertainment on Facebook and on Instagram, and
Mhm.
we'll be very happy to answer. And the show is 80% sold out.
Mhm.
There are still some good seats left. Grab them before they are gone.
I'm sure this is going to be a great success since it's Atif Aslam,
Right.
and I'm wishing you all the best for the
Thank
future.
you. All right. Thank you
Thank
very
you so much
much.
for joining us today.
No problem.
And it was so insightful. Our students are going to take so much from the episode.
Perfect. My pleasure. Thank you.